to Too Late. I'm Adam Carolla. Tonight's guest from Arrested Development, David Cross, is in the studio. Before we get started with today's news, a little personal story. I'm trying to get my wife pregnant, and she's not getting pregnant. And I've been banging the bejesus out of her. I don't know what's going on. But she ain't getting pregnant, so I had to drop off a sperm sample over at the clinic yesterday. And here's the thing. First off, it shouldn't be called a sperm sample because it's the whole thing. It's not a sample of my sperm. It's the kit and caboodle. It's the whole caboodle of sperm. It's not Hickory Farms. You get the whole kielbasa. And the thing that's funny is you go into a room where you have to masturbate. And by the way, I'd like to see a chick pull that off at 8:45 in the morning in Conejo. I don't think you girls could do it. Thank God I work standing up. But they offer you porn, which is weird because first I got a lot of pride. Like, I look at 70 hours of porn a week, but I'm like, no, I don't need to see that porn. And it's one of the few places where they actually offer you porn. I thought this would be nice at the dentist office and at the optometrist, too. Like, you're waiting to get the oil change in the car. Would you like to look at some porn, mister? Yes, thank you, thank you. This is an old milking and popping. Do you have a newer issue? And things like, I don't need to see porn because it's all up in the hard drive. Like, I blink and I see porn. I close my eyes, porn. It's a little dangerous when I drive, but it's great when I camp. Anyway, then they give you... Now, the sperm sample cup is about the size of one of those NyQuil cups, too, which really puts the pressure on you because you're asking for trouble because the penis is not rifled. I know not where the sperm will go. Believe me. It doesn't know. I don't know. No one's safe either. Chicks are back at the nursing station. They think they're out of range? Oh, no. I mean, I'm not sure if I could hit a trash can lid at this point. Yeah, my wife's going to be so angry when she sees this. Speaking of fertility, talk a little news here. Britney Spears has accepted a $1.5 million offer from a British magazine for exclusive photos with her new baby. And, yeah, there she is. And here's the deal. The kid's 13 days old. You don't have to wait to see the magazine to know what a 13-day-old white kid looks like. Here's what they look like. If you're white and you're 13 days old, that's you. You don't change until about 15. All right. And turning from the newborn to the long dead, Biggie Smalls has a new album. Duets coming out. One duet is with the also dead Bob Marley, which is now sad that we're now taking dead guys and putting them together. Like, at least one person had to be alive when you did a duet. Call me old-fashioned. I remember when a duet was two people that had a heartbeat, but now it's two dead guys singing, and I just feel bad for this struggling rap artist who can't get his music out because Tupac is delivering his albums and Biggie's doing duets with dead guys. Meanwhile, this guy's still working at the Best Buy in Torrance. He's ready to kill himself. And where does this end, by the way, this dead guy doing your job? I hope it doesn't spill into comedy. Yes, everyone, it's Too Late with Bob Denver. Let's go to the phones before I get fired, shall we?
Who's on the blower?
1-866-HEY-ADAM, and let's talk to Justin from St. Cloud, Minnesota, line 2. Justin?
Yep.
You got a St. Cloud, Minnesota?
Oh, well, man, I'm sorry. It's St. Charles.
Oh, all right. Well, who cares? What's up?
I read the news that George Bush is drinking. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, you know, it's good for him and it's bad for the country. Let's keep moving. Let's talk to Chris, 27, from Hastings, Pennsylvania. Chris?
Hi, Adam.
What's happening, baby doll?
Not too much.
Yeah.
How can I get my husband to do more chores around the house?
Well, does he work?
Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't have to do the damn chores then. What do you do?
I work too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Who makes more money?
I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. You really up my theory. What do you do?
I'm a research analyst.
Wow. I don't even know what that is.
I don't either.
And what's he do?
He works with retarded people.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe you're not married. Maybe that's just why he's spending so much time at the house. No, you never did the retarded math? Well, look, here's the deal. Here's the way I break it down. Whoever works doesn't have to do the chores. If you both work, then whoever makes less has to do the chores. So tell that guy to spend a little less time strapping hockey helmets onto 14-year-olds and packing them on a short bus, and a little more time with the dustbuster at the house. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
All right, we'll take a little extendo break. We'll be right back with David Cross after this.
I know you're looking for a twin for your illusion, and there's somebody I'd like to put in a plug for. Oh, correction. Make that 4,000 plugs.
Oh, God.
Oh, come
Mr. Gay, he's bleeding! Mr. Gay!
No. I was scared, too, but I realized it was being a leading man. Oh, I can just taste those meaty leading man parts in my mouth.
All right, listen to me. The trick has changed. We want you to play me now.
Well, but that would mean I'd have to shave my very tender head, I see. Okay, well, perhaps I jumped the gun on those new headshots.
What would you say to Lenny Kravitz if you saw him wearing fur?
Regardless of whether Lenny Kravitz was wearing fur or not, I'd say, you suck, let's go outside. And then I'd have like 100 people outside waiting to beat his ass. And I'd skin him alive and wear him to a rabbit fur farm. And then the rabbits and I would gather over tea, and we'd all laugh silently at the crazy karmic irony of what just took place. Then, upon my release from a federal prison, I would look up Lenny Kravitz's parents, and I'd spit on one of them. Good stuff.
Wow, we're here with the always funny and provocative David Cross, one of the stars of Arrested Development, and also PETA spokesperson, ironically wearing a baby seal on his head. How do you explain that, David?
Well, I don't believe in anything that I said in that piece, and I did something for the PETA people. Is it PETA or Pete?
I think it'll become Pete.
Okay.
Just like Khan became Can and Demi became Demi.
Didn't Khan... Oh, yeah, Khan became Can when it was America-fied, wasn't it?
Yeah, about the time Hiroshima became Hiroshima or vice versa. But
those foreigners with their way...
Are you into PETA or not?
Well, I am anti-fur. I mean, in the sense that I think it's a extraneous kind of unnecessary thing.
We don't need it.
Right.
You could wear a wool cap or baseball cap or a knit cap, anything but a fur cap.
Yeah, I would never, ever wear a fur cap. I would make one exception. If I were to, let's say, tape a show, and the host insisted upon trying to make it snow indoors, keeping it cold enough.
Well, I know it's cold, but let me
Here's what that's why your crew's listen. Here's the thing, and I said it to you when I sat down here and you saw, and this, I didn't bring this from home.
Yeah. No, he didn't look like one of the Cosby kids when he showed up. He does now. It's freezing in here.
You don't know how cold it is at home. And it's blowing on me too. But
well, here's.
You are.
Well, let me
know
explain.
It's going to be cold. Wait, let me explain.
Okay.
You know it's going to be cold.
Right.
So you're in layers. You've got really comfortable, warm clothes on, and I've got a short sleeve shirt. Nobody told me anything, and Vince back there was nice enough because I have no hair.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. You heard about the accident.
My God.
Yeah. There was a terrible accident in my father had, and it was genetically passed on to me. And so it's different for me.
Right.
And
now, I understand, and I don't want to cut you off, but I do feel like I have to justify the Arctic conditions in here, which is I told them I didn't want it to be hot, so it should be cold, thinking it wouldn't be this cold, but they did that you thing they do. Like, You know when you go to a fast food place, like, you know when you go to McDonald's and you get the jumbo fries and they give you one ketchup packet and you start to walk away and you say, excuse me, do you think I could get a couple more of these? And they're like, oh, you want? Yeah, okay. Shut the up. And they take a metric ton of them and they dump them in and that's what they did with the air conditioning. I was like, I don't want it to be hot. And they're like, you don't want it to be hot? I'll freeze your mouth shut.
Well, I would say as host of the show, you should. Is the thermostat, is the remote for that in? Is that here in California? Do you have access to it?
You know what?
Because you should
no,
find
we're going
out.
to go to the phones because I just
Let's
don't.
take a phone call.
I don't like where this is going. I just don't like. You know, I think we just keep moving along.
Let's go to the map.
Yeah, let's go to the horn. Let's go to the blower. Who are we talking to? Trey, 16? Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Hey, David. Hey, Adam.
What's happening?
Not much. I just wanted to say that I'm a big fan of Mr. Show and Arrested Development, and of course, late. Anyway, so just calling to ask, is Tobias gay? And if he is, when is he going to come out of the closet?
Your character on Arrested Development.
Interesting. Where do I go so I can talk to Trey directly?
You gotta.
Hi, Trey.
You gotta go to Oklahoma City.
Okay. Well, via the internet, which we're talking on right now. This goes over the internet, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a cable show.
No, I understand. I would say, now I can't speak for the writers and the creators, but in my head, he's really not gay, but he's not that straight. But he's not like, I would say he's a little, what do you call it when you're like, not ambiguous, but like asexual. Like he's not really that into, where'd he go? Well, he's not really that into sex. And,
it's like an earthworm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can masturbate onto himself.
Okay, we don't do that kind of stuff here. This isn't Mr. Show.
All right. Sorry. What was the other question, though?
I don't know. Let's take it from Jessica, who's 29. And call
Let's go to the map.
New York. Call from New York.
Show me New York. Yeah!
Yeah! New York City. What's up?
Oh, I was just wanted to make a comment to David about the layout that he did for PETA.
Uh-huh.
And I think that it served many purposes, one being, of course, the PETA cause.
And self-promotion.
Of course.
Is it the nude? Is the one where you're naked?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was all into that when they had hot chicks getting naked.
Wearing
but now
only
they're getting
his own
everyone
fur.
naked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that is some serious balls you got there for letting it all hang out and wearing nothing but your own fur.
Well, did you have to... did you do that? Like, were you naked in front of that big group? Like, you were out on the runway, and you appear to be totally nude, but did you have, like, a doily taped over your penis
honestly,
or something?
I'll tell you, it's a... and thank you for the sentiment. But it's what I've been doing I've done a lot of nude stuff or nudie things, old nudie, you know, 5 cents.
Right.
You know, that stuff. And,
Nickelodeon.
Yeah. And what I do is I get a dance belt, put some Topstick on the inside, so you cut about a swatch about this big, and then you tuck your, what's a good word for it, I guess, and you tuck your under your balls like this with tape, and then you put the thing there, and then you just sort of are clever about the calculation of your body.
Right.
And we have a team of physicists in there. We have 2 astronauts. One who's been to the moon, one who hasn't, who's about to go.
So they don't see any genital.
No, that's the point. They don't want to see any.
All right. We're going to take a little break. We'll be back with the man.
This has been a lot of fun. Thanks a lot.
No. You're not leaving.
All right.
But shake my hand, because I don't think I'm one of those weirdo celebrities like Howie Mandel that won't touch anybody.
Is that true?
Oh, yeah. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with David Cross after this. Welcome back to Too Late. I'm Adam Carolla. David Cross is here tonight, and David's going to help me out with another installment of Adam's Slideshow.
Well...
No, you're helping. You're not going anywhere. Yeah. And most of my slideshows are just made up of things I hate. I decided to break it up a little with a hate it or love it edition. So you're in whether you like it or not. And let's first start off with something I hate. This is the gangbanger who's born again. This is the guy...
and he's clearly angry that he's gay. Like, he's got that Abercrombie and Fitch anger. You know?
Yeah, yeah. And it's like, he's a gangbanger. He's turned himself over to Jesus. You're scared he's going to stab you, but more scared he's going to corner you and start talking to you about JC.
With a knife in his hand.
With a knife in his hand, yeah. And by the way, you have to kill at least 8 people before you find Jesus Christ as a gangbanger.
Well, as he asked for it. A lot of people don't know that's a part of the Bible that's not readily or out there. But yeah, Jesus asked that you specifically stab or shank 8 people in order to get
that fur hat's going to be tough in hell. This is something I love. This is the angler fish. Nothing funny. Just look at it. It's a real fish. Yeah. It's got a lure that hangs out in front of it that lights up, and its mouth is bigger than Julia Roberts.
Bigger than all of Julia Roberts?
And I know you're an atheist, but how can you be an atheist when creatures like this exist?
You're right. Now I believe in God.
Thank you.
It took the anglerfish.
Thank you.
Thank you, anglerfish.
We're moving on.
Thank you, God.
Here's something I hate: the Starbucks thermos. Have you seen the Starbucks thermos? Can never figure out if it's open or closed. I would rather pour half and half out of a cowboy boot than do it out of this thing. So I always do that thing where I close it, then I turn it half open. I keep my hand on it because I'm scared the lid's going to fall off into the coffee, and then it just trickles down my wrist and goes off my elbow.
Can I give you a tip?
Yeah.
Open it about halfway. It'll be open. You'll notice it'll open as it rises. Okay, and you'll see the thread. So that'll indicate that it's open. Then pick it up with one hand. Maybe put a finger on the lid.
I know.
And then do that. And then it's over before you even started.
But why the finger on the... Why?
Because what are you going to use?
Why do you buy 8 million units of this if you're Starbucks? Do you know what I'm saying?
It's called the Republican Party.
I'm just saying. Why should it... Okay, let's keep moving. This guy I love. This is General Burnside. Sideburns named after this guy.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And, the thing I like about this guy, also, I'm trying to do something with the eyebrow myself, by the way. So
yeah.
If you could sort of...
It's getting there.
The thing I like about this is just when you have this kind of funky facial hair, you're telling the world you're not pee-whipped.
Yeah.
Because you're basically saying the old lady's under control.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like the guys with the crazy waxed mustaches and the crazy Dan Haggerty beards. They're just letting everyone at work know the old lady, right under my thumb.
Or dead under the basement.
Right.
But here's a question. Is that a real old-timey guy, or is that a reenactor guy? Is that
that's a real picture of General Burnside.
Because he looks like Michael Chiklis.
Yeah.
A little bit.
He does look like the commish. Let's keep pushing on and go to our next one. Now, this is Love and Hate. What the hell's her name? Scarlett Johansson, yeah. I love and hate her simultaneously. That's why I figured I would end with her. Like, she's 19, she's so poised, Look at her, just brimming with confidence. And, not a zit to be found. I really should hate her, but I'm so in love with her that I'm torn.
Well, I think that's what stalking and masturbation's for. We did it. We did it.
All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back to wrap up and say goodnight after this. Welcome back to Too Late. David Cross is our guest tonight. Arrested Development, Monday nights. Fox, 8 o'clock. Just enough time for one more call, and we'll go to line 7. Yeah, talk to Terry from San Jose. Terry? Yeah.
Hey, Adam. Hey, Adam. Hey, David. How you doing?
Good.
Hey, this question is for both of you guys. When did you guys know that you had made it?
You mean in this business?
Yeah, I mean, have you ever thought, Adam, like, wow, I used to be a carpenter.
Yeah.
And now I'm famous.
Well, yeah, almost every day. I didn't know, quite honestly, until about 30 seconds ago when David Cross leaned over and gave me one of these. And that's when
I'm
I
on
knew.
the phone, Adam. I can't see.
That's yeah. Sorry.
Come on, we'll be here,
Sorry,
man.
that's right. That's right.
TV,
Yeah.
you giveth and taketh away.
Yeah. David Cross, smarter than I am, everybody. Arrested Development, 8 o'clock on Monday nights. Thank you. You were a wonderful, wonderful guest.
Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. See? I don't mind touching you. And until next time, this is Adam Carolla saying mahalo.
Stop complaining. Leave that to Adam.
I hate it when hosts go, give yourselves a hand. You guys have been awesome. Give yourselves a hand. I'm like, why should you give yourself a hand?
Too Late with Adam Carolla.
Give me a hand.
New episode tomorrow at midnight.
Well, I believe everyone has one thing they're good at, and mine is peeing my name in the snow.